How are the drinks here? How are the drinks here? Are they as good as mine? I've got 2 margaritas from La Cantina. I'm so happy right now. How are you guys? Having a good time in Vegas? Yes? Are you guys from Deutschland? Are you guys from Europe? Yeah, you are German? Yeah. Fuck, I knew it. I could tell from a mile away. How you guys doing? Having a good time? Are you enjoying your pink lemonade? Is that alcoholic? Is this with vodka? Are you just saying that? You are. Classic Deutschland. Has everyone in Las Vegas?
It is very much like question. Yeah, granted, I do like the tone of voice. I like that they're not like, please, will you talk to me question? There is like an assertiveness to you, and you do seem relatively self-amused at least. So that's very good. But yeah, it is a lot of like question. And the issue with that is that at a certain point, it's like instead of bringing your own value to the table, instead of bringing your own personality and showing it, you're just like, tell me about you. So you make the set all about them. So you're kind of in danger of that here. But yeah, the overall like tonality is good, vibe is good. So that's positive.
Been asking you guys out on dates.
All right, so this is just like, it's way too early for a close. It's just like way too early. I mean, if you're completely joking around, maybe. Like if you're like, let's go on a date and we'll do X, Y, Z crazy that she knows you're completely joking, maybe. But for like yeah, well, also that. Yeah, you're trying to venue change them out of the meal. Be like, leave the meal you're on, come have a different meal with me. It is a bit of a tough venue change, true. The other thing that was interesting is, if we go back right here. Just look at the kind of the body language here. It just looks a bit nervous. Right? You're a bit like kind of shifty and all over the place and stuff like that, which, I mean, granted, I don't like correcting body language per se, because if you start thinking too much about body language, it puts you in your head. But be aware of it. Be aware that you did look a little nervous there. And that's probably something that if you do notice yourself doing it a lot, you can overtly just be like, stand solid and set. But beyond that, it's probably a reflection of something you're thinking, right? You're probably thinking, I have to prove myself, or this is awkward, or something like that. Try not to think any of those thoughts. Try to think the thoughts of, I'm amazing and I'm having fun. Because if those are the type of thoughts going through your head, you won't exhibit the nervous type of body language. And that's really the better solution, right? The better solution for body language is solve it up here. But just be aware, like just watch the next, it's a little painful.
Yeah? Did you go to all of them? At the same time. All right, let's go on a date to Cheeseburger Las Vegas. Let's go on a date to Blondie's. Can I come on a date? Do you want to?
So like the energy is very positive and stuff, but you are very like all over the place.
Can I come on a date? Do you want to come on a date with to Blondie's with me? Yeah. No, but with me, with a cool guy, drinking La Cantina.
Oh, although actually you are kidding, right? Because this is Blondie. So you're asking to a date at the place they're already at. Okay, that's a lot better actually. I thought you were actually, I didn't realize. So you actually are, okay, you are joking to a certain extent. So that's not bad then.
Do you have a boyfriend in Frankfurt? Pardon? That's all right. I'm just mucking around. I got to go back to my girlfriend in Sydney. I'm taking her out on a ball on the 25th of September.
Why are you asking girls out on dates?
She told me to have a fun time in Vegas. I date, but I never like kiss on the lips. You know what I mean? And drink with. Unless I get drunk, which I won't, because I can control my alcohol. What part of Sydney am I from? I don't think you're German anymore.
But by the way, the whole like, I have a girlfriend back home thing and stuff like that, it's interesting because on the one hand, yeah, it is a disqualifier. And so in terms of like a pure game, like pure emotional communication level, it's good. But you are setting up a really huge hurdle for yourself later. I'll do a much lighter version of a similar kind of thing, which is not that I have a girlfriend or whatever, because then, you know, potentially in some girls' moral system, it does make you look like a bit of a scumbag, right? But I'll do the whole like, you know, I don't want us to have the sex tonight, you know, I want us to take it slow, etc., which is a disqualifier as well. And there is a little bit of a hurdle there, but it's one where if they win you over, it doesn't make you a bad person, right? So be careful. There's always this sort of like, on the one hand, logical communication doesn't matter in game because it's all about the emotions. On the other hand, it does though, because there are certain frames you just don't want to be in. So do be careful about that one. A lot of times what you see is guys will be very, very hesitant in set, and then at the moment when the girl rejects them, all of a sudden they'll become the most charismatic guy you've ever seen because now there's like nothing to lose, right? And so yeah, you're kind of doing that, but find a way to do it that doesn't sabotage it later. Exactly.
Oh, yes.
That's a really good English accent.
Yeah.
Really good.
You have a fucking English accent. You fucking trolling me. Yours is in Munich. I don't know. I've been making like random guesses. I thought I was smart. I wasn't. I'm not so sure anymore. You guys.
Your friends.
Yeah, they are. I'm being inappropriate because they're sober and I'm drunk, so I have to be the inappropriate one. I'm the enabler of good times.
I'm a bit shy. I'm a shy friend.
Here's my shy friend. See?
Yeah, I come from a small village.
Before he came in, did you have a choice of which girl you wanted? Or were you just kind of talking? Okay. Yeah. So what I was going to ask before he came over is which one's your target. Yeah. Now you kind of had it selected for you in a way because you just let him come in that side. By the way, quick lesson for you guys with winging. Do you know how to communicate to your wingman the right like side of the interaction to come in on, like which girl to come in on and how to get him in the right place and stuff like that? Just have some idea on that? I'll give you guys a quick little lesson on that. So let's say that these two are girls and we're gonna pick them up. All right, so if he's my wingman and he's far away, if I'm standing here, where should he come in? Right, my right side or my left side?
Right side.
Right side, okay? So what am I doing here is I'm actually telling him which side to come in on with my body language, all right? So if I'm here and he comes in on my left side, he's an asshole, right? Now, if you do come in on my left side, hey guys, what's up? Nice to meet you. This is my friend. Hey, what's your name? Me. Nice to meet you. And what's your name? Awesome guy, right? You can still get things to work out the right way. And it's not even that like clunky or awkward, right? And do it right away. Don't do it 10 minutes later, all right? So if he does come in on the asshole side, you know, just be a little bit of a bigger asshole and jump him over on the other side. If I'm like this, I'm not helping him. I'm not telling him where to be. And in fact, a lot of times, if I'm pretty good at game and he notices me here like this and it's very neutral, he probably shouldn't come in yet, all right? Because if he does come in right there, it's probably a time when I haven't hooked the set or I haven't chosen a target yet, all right? And the times you want to enter as a wingman, there are two times you basically want to enter. One is when your wingman already has it going well and you're going to come in, it's going to be a warm, kind of soft open. The other is if he's about to lose it. Because if he's about to lose it, you need to come save it. But if it's in that like sort of, they're talking to him, but it hasn't quite hooked yet, and it's looking okay, but not great, usually you're better off just leaving him in, especially if your wingman has any kind of game at all, to let it go well and then come in after. So if he sees this kind of neutral, who knows where it's going kind of thing, he's probably better off just waiting, right, and waiting for me to come in. However, if it goes for too long, or if my game's not very good, say for example, he is much better than me and him being in the set will just be good for the set, what I would recommend doing here is come in where he was. What I will do typically, just go in the middle. What I'll do typically in a situation like this is I'll just come in straight behind him and let him indicate to me, so like, hey buddy, what's up, how you doing, right? I give him a little like back rub. What's up guys, you taking good care of my friends? How about you, right? I just let him pick. I'm joking around, I'm playful, whatever. And then you can just marshal me whichever side you want. Which side do you want me?
Okay.
Well, not like that, but yeah.
You
you kind of step one way and like introduce me, yeah, exactly, right? Or you can even here, come behind me. So you're here, right? You're doing whatever. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, right? And this brings you on this side. Or if I want to bring you on the other side, oh, hey, what's up, man? How you doing, right? I bring you on that side. And it's totally normal. It's totally natural, all right? So you can always dictate. You can decide what side to bring them in on. Had this been a situation where he came in, if he'd come in on the wrong side, you could have marshaled him over or something like that. Because you hadn't chosen anyway. It makes it very easy. And if you had chosen and you were still standing in the middle, that would be a mistake on your part. Oh, and the nice thing is not only if you're standing nearer the girl you want is that convenient for your wingman, it's also the proper way to game the set. So conveniently, it kind of works out.
And so, you look very young, very wise. Are you from Europe?
I don't know about wise. They look young.
Where are you from?
They're not happy with that.
Germany?
That's what I guess, but they're not. They're fucking like UK. They've got the massive UK accent.
Germany is Australia.
No. I'm too.
Yeah, in Sydney.
Then the small is right there as well. I love juice. So like,
Most guys have a kind of a really bad habit and set that's what you should do is counterintuitive to how you feel. Most of the time when things are going well, guys have the inclination to keep talking and talking. So like I was talking and it was going well, so I'll just keep talking. I'll keep doing what worked, which makes some sense, right? And then if things go poorly, if things aren't going well, the natural inclination is to shut up. It's like, oh shit, it's not going well, and you kind of shut down emotionally and then you don't say much, right? What you should do is the exact opposite. When things aren't going well, that's when you better talk, right? Because you need to turn it around. When things are going really well, instead of blathering on and blah, 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 chill out, sit back, relax, let her start talking to you, let her start gaming you, because the fact that it's gone well means you have that kind of leverage. So here, it's kind of like, it's kind of petered out a little bit, and now you're like, silence, right? This is the moment when you just need to talk about anything and everything. Just like, oh, you know what? Those cabinets are very interesting, because you know when I was young as a kid, I was very short, and I couldn't reach the top of the cabinets, and you know, you just bullshit on anything. It doesn't even matter if it makes sense. Just the fact that you're talking, you're leading, you seem to have a point. And then you kind of just throw shit at the wall until something sticks, right? And there are better and worse things to throw at the wall. If you throw something at the wall that's funny, that's better. If you throw something at the wall that's about her or relevant, that's better. But the big thing you don't want to do when things are going poorly is go quiet, because that's when it's just going to be over.
are you the German name, Sally?
I think it's French actually.
Yeah, it's, I don't think it's your real name because it's left.
Oh really? No, it is.
Oh yeah?
Are you engaging both of them at this point, or is just?
Yeah, I was kind of confused because it was silent, so I didn't know who is his target, what's his plan. I was like, okay, just talk with them.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, if that is the case, you should kind of engage both. Although, eventually you should try and like pull one over, like isolate, so that he just by default gets isolated. But yeah, as long as he's engaging both, you're not in really bad shape, but you're just like not really making progress.
Why are you introducing yourself? Don't introduce yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. We don't know where they're actually from. Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to be whispering.
Oh, where are you from in Germany?
She's not from Munich. She's not from fucking Munich. Hang on, wait, I gotta get my margarita.
I'm too loud. Yeah, okay.
Hey, you guys are cool, but we're gonna dash, I think. We're gonna peace out. Nice to meet you. What was your name?
Enjoy Sydney.
Joe Sydney, come back to Sydney with me. Random UK blondies girl. I'm gonna call you blondies girl. Blondies of wherever the fuck we are. Planet Hollywood, Miracle Mile. Except you're not blonde, you're like redhead.
The whole walk away and come back for the drink thing, I actually don't mind that. That's pretty interesting. It looks very reactive for a second, but it's not bad. I thought you were actually gonna leave. I was like, why are you? You know, it wasn't going great, but like it was a little bit. You know, it wasn't bad enough to leave. The whole move's not bad at all. And I like the fact that you continue talking again, but what you're doing again is you're just trying to close. So you've had two types of conversation. You've had like joking around, no intimacy, and then you've had I'm trying to close. And there's no middle part of the set. I think that seems to be a very common thing. You had that yesterday, right? Where it's like, you had that to a certain extent too, right? Where there's just like no middle to your set. There's no progression. It's like, talk. All right, time to close. Right? Needs to be a build-up. There needs to be a little bit of a plot line. When I was learning game myself, about 2002, 2003. So I started about 2000, and I was just doing it on my own, going out and just talking to random girls, just asking for lots of numbers. I didn't really have a structure. I was just kind of trying to be funny and attractive, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. And then I learned Formalized game 2002, 2003. And the big thing that let me kind of learn was what I call plotline, which is trying to create like a narrative for the girl or a story for the girl when she's in set with you. And the most classic story was like the old mystery method story, which was that I didn't like you at first, then you did something, you won me over, and now I like you. And that's a pretty good plot line. There are a lot of other plot lines you could use though. Here's a fun plot line that you guys can try sometime. Just walk up to a girl and act like she's your ex-girlfriend. Just a total stranger. It's kind of a fun one to mess around with. It's good for frame control, it's good for plot line. She just walk up to you like, oh my God, what are you doing here? It's been like, I'm glad you're out of the house now. I know it was like a rough time for you. I'm glad you've gotten out, and I get it. But like, I guess I'm just surprised to see you. It's not, but you look good though. You look good. You've been hitting the gym. I mean, you look You're looking good. I have to say. I mean, it's like I kind of wish you weren't. To be fair, I wish you'd come out here and like looked all fat, so I could be like, oh fuck it, I don't even want to talk to her. But here you are looking all hot. So I guess I have to deal with that. But anyway, I guess how you been? Right? It's just like weird, right? But at some point she's got to be like, what? Do I know you? What's going on? If she's like, do I know you? Be like, seriously? Like I know it ended badly, but really you're gonna play it that way? You're gonna act like we never even like knew each other? You're like, come on. I mean, let's be adults about this. And if you just have this frame strongly enough, eventually she'll fall into it. She'll be like, yeah, I know, it was rough, and she'll start playing along. And that's a fun one too. But the point is, you want to create some kind of drama, some kind of plot line, some kind of story for her. Because once you have that, it's really easy to have something to say. It's really easy for there to be sexually charged interaction. It's really easy for there to be back and forth. All right? But if there's none of that, if there's no sort of story between you and her, then every time a conversation topic ends, you're just starting all over again from scratch. It's like, so we talked about sports for a minute, and now that's done. So where are you from? Oh, we'll talk about that for a minute, and then it's done, right? So, but if there's an underlying plot line, if we like each other, we don't like each other, there's some drama, there's some tension, now there's always different things to go back to all the time. The other thing that you can do to always have conversation topics open is open multiple conversation topics at once. So you're having like the sports conversation in the middle, be like, wait, hang on, what about this thing? And then you can always go back to whatever the other conversation was. So that's useful too. But yeah, drama, plot line. Have some kind of narrative between you and the girl. I talked yesterday about how when you close, there should be a reason for the close, other than you are hot, I talked to you, I want your number. Right? The number should seem like a natural outgrowth of the interaction, not like a victory or like a I win, you lose kind of thing.
Girlfriend.
You're like redhead or something. Go back to my girlfriend.
I mean,
Why are you like being smart about my girlfriend for?
mostly I meet English, like this.
Go back to your boyfriend in the UK.
At this point, I might even I was just like, look, I was kidding about having the girlfriend. I was just like trying to fuck with you, but just like level, right? Yeah. I mean, you even if you want to go cocky, be like, I was kidding about having the girlfriend. I saw the way you're looking at me. I wanted to just like get to know each other as people first, so I just wanted to take the sex thing off the table. But actually, no, when I moved here, we actually broke up because we're going to be apart for a long time, so not at the moment. But still, don't get any ideas, okay? All right, just drop it.
Go back to your boyfriend in the UK. Do it. What's his name? I'm not saying. Do you have a boyfriend in the UK? What's his name actually? Okay, what color are his eyes? Whatever.
It's posh, I know. I have good friends.
Yeah, so there you just kind of went silent, right? Yeah, we'll do an exercise in a minute at the end of this. I feel like continuing to talk no matter what.